Yeah. Greetings and welcome all to another Sunday live stream. Welcome all to Terra Nil on this fine Easter Sunday. Though either no one will show up or everyone will be at home. But anyway, Terra Nil. I've already sort of played this game before. Hello, Hobajo. My Easter weekend's going fine. Been fairly quiet, weather has been nice. Overall, things are good. And now that the game has been fully released, since the end of March, I believe, I figured let's do a proper playthrough of this game. On the new profile. You can't name the profiles, unfortunately, as far as I can tell, but that doesn't matter. And we do a new restoration. The basic premise of Terra Nil is that you find wastelands and you have to turn them back into lush, green-ish places using a book that you found buried in the sand. Sort of. Right, so book is just an introduction, that is fine. Since I have played through this game before, I'm gonna start on the highest difficulty level, Environmental Engineer. Right, let's start terraforming. So we skip the tutorial altogether. No need for the tutorial. We know what we're doing. Probably. So, let's bring some water to this wasteland. Build all our green bucks, turning this place nice and lush again. Now there's also some hidden objectives that we will unlock as soon as we get the requisite technology, but before we get that, we need to turn this land pretty much totally green. Let's get started. Toxic scrubbers. See if we can create the biggest patches that we can greenify. We do have to be somewhat careful with our spending because we obviously can't really get much of it back at the current difficulty level. That's probably as good as it's gonna get. Quite a cathartic little game. No real stress. I mean, yeah, you can fail, but this just means you have to start over. Like most other games. Why worry about it? Just play smarter next. Such a peaceful, relaxing game, which you would not necessarily expect from the developers of this game. Free Lives, I believe, are responsible for both Broforce and genital jousting, which is a odd combination. But it does show that they have a wide range and a general passion for making games that are fun overall. At 50% through, and we still have a lot of greening to do. The game does give you a big warning if you go a little low. I heard you the first time, game. You don't have to keep flashing at me. Right. And also create a couple extra rocks. The edges of the water bank flats. We can set up some more. Those. You don't have to fuss too much about not getting every little bit. I don't want to not spend too much more on building turbines, because those are expensive. Let's see if I can eke out some bonus points without losing too much. Definitely need at least one more of these. Almost there. There we go. Now that the backbone of the ecosystem has been restored, we need to restore the wetlands, fynbos, and regular forests. And we should also set up a research center somewhere. That's probably fine. so that we can actually see the optional goals, which will give us some extra green points. And we generally want to hit these because once the rain begins, we get a massive bonus. But for that, I kinda need a lot of... Alright, setting up forest would be ideal. That's not gonna happen. Well, first off, I really need a lot of income. These will also bring up the humidity. I can get a good humidity going, 7%, 9%. Also set up some spindles with the trees that we have already cultivated. Do that. That's an easy way to get some extra points. That'll tide us over for a bit. And this now gives us 11%. Can still plunk down the regular stuff, build up. We'll do that. We can create more wetlands. And it is now humid enough that it will be ideal, so it gives us a bonus. And ferns on the riverbanks. We can't put fynbos near the water edge. Something we'll have to keep in mind. But we have plenty of pine now, so we should be able to do this. Also create another of the thing over here. I think we're starting to run out of places where we can put these things. 7%, that's probably the best I'm gonna get. Rain begins. Right, that should do it. That'll turn the rest of the land green, and will make the future a little bit easier to manage. Now we're gonna burn this fynbos so we can start creating some forest. That's to do with the wetlands. The water lilies. More fynbos out here. And I probably want to create a little bit of a river system this way. Can set this on fire. And that should give us more than enough room to build the arboretums. Kind of weird that you can't grow trees on anything that isn't completely scorched to the ground, but fair enough. Later on we get better tools in order to make that easier, but now we'll just have to make do. Also, can I get the rain levels up? 2%, I mean we just need 4 more percent. 6 more percent. We can get the salmon to run. There we go. All the goals achieved. Where else do we want to get some forest going? Probably on this side. In order to do that, we need some fynbos. Here. This will burn a lot. Not gonna keep it confined. Wait until the rain has gone before we can finish this off. If it rains, we can't make use of the ashen soil we need for the trees. See the salmon run? Yeah, there you go. Alright, come on, rain. That's the trees done. Now we just need the thimbles. And we're on to the next stage. Finding the animals and recycling everything we have put down. Let's put down our ship, our little drone, and get you built. Right, let's start looking for stuff. Can you name that Pokemon? We got some deer. Got some timber wolves. Small amphibian that lives in this area, I think. Yep, the frog. Frog. Bear that lives near where it hive is. There's not enough forest in range. There we go. Not enough water in the lake. That's about as big as the lake is gonna get here. See if I can get that one. I don't know what you want me to do, game. Can't make the lake bigger. Well, unless I can, but not sure that counts. And let's get this one first. Forest near a river. That is the forest. Apparently that's not big enough of a river. Well... in the meantime, let's start with the cleanup. Right, so do need to replace the animal observatory because unless we can't find the remaining animals, we don't need to specifically get the last two animals, but it would be nice. Watch the lake. The lake isn't gonna get any bigger, game. Where else do you want me to scan? Just not big enough. Can I make it bigger? Now big enough? How about now? Yay, now it's big enough. Guidance. Right. And will this suffice as trees near a river? Sorta, kinda, but no. Guess the trees need to be on the below ground. Well, I can do that. But I do need to make a fire break. Already starting to rain again. Dang it. Right, well. Right, so this is the only part that is actually small enough. Driving me ever so slightly nuts. Meantime, let's keep on clearing away materials. There we go. Yet I recycled the thing again. Right, fine, I'll make the river bigger. Clear away some of this junk. Cluttering up the place. Just need to make the river a little bit wider. I want that beaver. Give me beaver. Right, now the river is finally big enough. There we go. See? Nothing as easy as restoring the wild. Alright, so what's left? Just this thing here, I think. Oh. And of course, all this stuff. I think we've done pretty well in restoring this place. The animals should fill themselves in now. We have all 6 of them, so we have the elk. Not seeing the wolves. They might be somewhere in there. Oh, they're just chilling together, as they do in the wild. Yeah. Nice, and we probably also turned it way too damp, but that's fine. Leave and go on to the next project. See if I can solve these in one go. Now, can I pick up the drone, of course? Now, so far all I've shown here is basically what you'd get in the demo. Except, of course, for the difficulty level, because I don't think they had that in the demo. Wasteland reclaimed. Yep. But this looks nice. And there's an appreciate button. But if you want to just look at it, but for the sake of expedience, let's keep on going. Whereas before the game, the demo would tease us with the other land masses, we can now actually go towards them. Next one up, tropical. Now, you note also that every landmass has 2 particular places you can do. Both of them are different, and they also require you to use different tools, but it's important you get experience with the basic tools as they are. Alright, so we need to clean the oceans as well as the land. Our ship crash lands and gives us all the green points we need. Alright, so we are immediately given some optional goals. So I kind of want to not get too high a level on my temperature just yet until we can get up to 50% humidity. Everything else requires more higher temperatures. Hello, Kalirima. Welcome to the stream. And obviously we will want the thunderstorms to happen, but that requires a lot of water, and I don't think we can use the current water because it's just so darn dirty. So that will start with some basics. Get the rivers to start flowing again. Fortunately, that will not clean up the waters themselves, but toxin scrubbers will. Very nice. Need to be somewhat economical in how we approach this, because The points are never going to be quite enough to really do what we want. Start cleaning or greening up the place. We can also have a look in our handbook for what the regions that we have restored and all that. The animals we have gotten. Lovely drawings. Well, there's some ideas on what kind of animals we can probably get at some point. And there's also an entire booklet on the various machinery that we have been using. How they could potentially work, perhaps. Oh, probably not, though. But it is a very neat and interesting drawing. Drawing work. Nice to leaf through when you're not busy pulling your hair out trying to get the perfect placement. We do have the mineralizer, so we can build some rocks near the ocean shore. We'll also clean up a small section of the water. Hello, Ursai. Welcome to the stream. Yep. Cleaning it all green. I figured this would be a nice chill stream, and I wanted to play this game for a while, but it took so long to finish the mission in Industries of Titan. Let alone Batman, although I didn't expect to finish both games at the same time. Or the same day. Anyway. You can also create small little islands in the middle of the sea if we want to, but right now that has no real purpose. I do want to have some mineralization over here. Yeah, the bare necessities there. Yeah, there will not be any bears here, unfortunately. This is a tropical area. I think it's mostly just sea life and birds. How are we? 77%. Well, we still have plenty. And we should have enough room to start using the humidity. Although admittedly not necessarily the best places to do this. 14% looks like the best I'm gonna get. Right. So now we don't have to worry about that anymore. Then we can start bringing up the temperature. Which we do with the combustor. mean, not necessarily the best plan to set the world on fire, but it's a start. Something better. And that's the alert. We need to clean up some stuff. Yep. I probably need more than that. As long as the number is above 0, it's probably fine. Also brings up higher humidity. But we need so much more. And that's another 5 degrees. 8 degrees, that'll do. Degree. No, but that board game, as far as I know, is legendary for its overcomplicated stuff. Right. Now we can also re-green the things we torched. We can't unfortunately re-torch the things we torched because we can't build combustors too close together. And we get an ideal bonus because we are now in the right conditions for temperature. And 9. Yes, that'll do. Now we can get coconut palms. Not entirely sure where they will grow, but that doesn't really matter. And the highest temperature we need to get is 40 degrees. I don't think we're gonna get that easily. Let's stick to regreening some more stuff. It's nice though to see the little flowers and all that grow back. Right. Can I torch something for a significant amount? 3 degrees, 4 degrees. Not quite enough. And what if I mineralize near here? Yeah, I will also need power for that. That's 4 degrees. Right, let's try that. Probably also a bit of cleaning up. We can green up. Four degrees. And the last one was over here. Dragonflies. Right, so now we just need to get the thunderstorms rolling in. And the rest will just tend to itself, although we should keep greening stuff. Not ideal, but it'll do. Ooh, 1% off. There we go. Right, now to get the biodiversity up. And getting the hydroponiums would be nice. The humidity is ideal, so... We're also at the right condition for the salinators. Let's get our mangroves on. Also boost our humidity. We don't have to keep putting down humidifiers. I will, but it should be a little bit easier now to find some good places to humidify. 50%. Nice. That'll bring us quite a bit closer to our final goal. And we just need a lot more. Finally get that thunderstorm. Uh, 5%, is that the best I can do? Let's see if we can get some more. These, there we go, 100%. Temperature is ideal for the litariums. Litariums? Anyway, like beaches. Let's let the rain do a bit of cleaning up before we continue. And I can probably also start turning some of these things into coral labs. We'll need to create some coral reefs. We did all of them, yeah. The rain just washes it all away. I mean, this game not being all that elaborate is also kind of its biggest complaint, I suppose. There's not much opposition. Like, you can over greenify or boost the temperature too high that nothing will grow anymore. There's no real counter to what you're doing. I'm not sure that is necessarily what people are looking for in this particular game, but, you know, it could be argued that it's probably too easy. That's for maybe the starting stages where you have a good chance of running out of the green currency, whatever it is, the green bucks. Also need a few more of these things. That'll take care of that. Just can I modify this to be perfect? Not really, but just do it anyway. Right, let's create some more beaches. that's all done. And now we just need a tropical forest and a reef. How am I gonna do this? We need to use these monorails in order to move the coral labs into position. Yeah, we can have some fun discussions about that at some point, but let's keep the stream friendly overall. Because I know how passionate you are about some things like that. Problem is mostly that I need to be able to put these monorails on rocks. Not quite as plentiful as you'd like them to be. They never are. I don't think I can connect the... Just slightly out of reach. Let's mineralize this one. And create some more coral labs. Can I connect here? And that one will connect. If I move this one over there, I mean, the corals is also some things, like, for instance, you should be doing this when the temperature is actually a bit lower because, well, I guess it grows better then, but I don't really do that because it's such a narrow band and the temperature is good enough. And there's also shenanigans you can do, like, once you get the monorails, you can essentially just move most of your buildings around so you don't have to spend all that. When you do have to spend a little bit of green bucks to move things around, but less than actually placing a new guy. Right, so need a few more coral reefs. Did I have another lab set up? Nope. That one is not connected. Can I get it connected? You move. 41. That's good enough. That's fine. Placed for this. A little bit more place. Can connect. Good. There a place I can connect over here? No. Nothing in range. We probably just need one more. That's not quite enough. We need definitely one more. That enough? Yes. Alright, and now for the final trickiest part, setting up a shade net in order to allow the tropical trees to grow. Kinda have to set them up in a triangular formation, which I always struggle with because it's difficult for me to really see, especially the opposite side here. But you can only do it on the cliffs here, so never gonna be quite ideal. And of course the game whines a bit if you put the poles too close together. Alright, got it. So now we use the monorails to recycle, but also we need to find all the animals. So let's place our little shippy ship. And now we finally get the rock hopper so we can move rocks around if we need to. I mean, I've heard this game described as a reverse Factorio, which I think is not a totally inaccurate approach, but this game is also way less intense than Factorio. And so it needs... not enough beach. It needs... what's this exactly? It needs to be an island, right? Not enough beach. Well, I can make more beach. Oops. There we go. Fortress. We need to be in range of the ocean. The middle one is, it needs to be near coral reefs. I have something like that. Yeah, the manta ray. There we go. This colorful bird. Can I get the colorful bird? Not until I do some cleaning. And let's start with some removal of shade net. Well, you go with what you know. I can't really fault them all that much. So there we have the parrot. And we need beaches and mangroves close together for the flamingos. Not quite enough for that. And not enough. Well, there's gotta be enough somewhere. There we go. Flamingo. And we have the reef shark. Get it to show. Be partially within the mangrove, I guess. There we go. And finally, this large pelagic mammal swims in deep waters of the ocean far from land. Which is probably, yeah, the whale. I don't think I've ever actually seen a whale on the map, but I am told it does show up. Right, now we need to get everything within range of the monorail system. I need to make sure that the links are re-established. I mean, you have to describe stuff as something. And sure, describing everything as Factorio is probably not ideal, but... for the longest time things were called Doom clones. Until we actually figured out a term that is a little bit more inclusive. Let's see if we can get more stuff within range. Well, unless we find better means of production. I mean, Factorio is a little bit brutalist in its industrial efforts. Which is not unsurprising, but... who knows? Perhaps there will be a future where we will all turn into grey goo. As we will all become enveloped by a nanite swarm. And become one with it. But it is to say, I have no idea how this world turned out. It could be that someone played Factorio on this planet and turned it all to mush, but... Oh, darn it. What's this one pole? It's just out of range. Right, and that should do it. launch. It does look pretty though. To infinity and beyond. Polar region. Can you guess that bear? Right, so this until our deposit of green stuff. So we have a slight toxicity problem here, which is partially covered by the snow. So we kind of need to get rid of the snow. How do we get rid of snow? Well, you melt it. How do we melt snow? Because we do have access to the combustor, but of course the combustor will not do anything because snow doesn't burn. Yeah, you'd figure that any Factorio player would probably leave everything behind and just build new stuff, because that seems to be the best way to play things. Also no biters on this area, and we seem to be planting earth things on this place, so, you know, even though this planet is obviously not Earth. Otherwise they would have just used, you know, familiar things anyway. But we have access to the cloud seeder, the combustor, the dehumidifier, and the flash freezer. All of these require power, so that's something to keep in mind. But as power source, we do not have the turbines here for some reason, I don't know. In the Arctic, I figured there'd probably also be always a good breeze, but instead we have the geothermal plant. Because all these fumarole fissures we can detonate, so we can get access to nice, lovely, warm magma and turn it into lava. Very lovely. That sounded better in my head, but anyway. And of course, in contact with water, lava turns into stone. Well, usually not here, of course. It does clean up the water though, so that's nice. And it melts the snow around it. And also makes it a little bit warmer. Let's also unlock this one. I don't want to cover the entire area with magma or lava, because that is not entirely practical. But I do need heat. Melt snow. And these solar amplifiers will also give us a means of getting things hot. Let's get the toxicity down, because that's the biggest problem here. One of our goals. We want to first melt the snow and then get the snowfall back. But in order to do that, we need to get toxicity below 20%. But first things first, we need to melt the snow. Place it there. And would it be wise to just crack this? If I can do this without cracking too many fissures. Also need to start greenifying. We can't really greenify too close to the lava stream because it'll burn. But we need to start somewhere. Melt more snow. And now that we have this greenified, we can burn it. Let's get a few more solar mirrors or amplifiers. And then a single combustor here could do it. Not quite, but close enough. Well, at least we can build on the ashy wastes. Man, just give me the snow melt already. There we go. All the polluted snow goes away. Reduces the amount of toxicity already. Let's crack this fissure. Let's see if we can get some fruitful green rings. The geothermal stations can handle a lot more machines. Slowly bringing up the humidity. Is there anything that needs to have a low humidity? Because I believe there was something. I do kind of want the snowfall, but that can wait if we need to wait for the humidity. It's all bigger than, older than, bigger than. Temperature is still a little bit too low for good formation, but that's fine because I don't really want to raise the temperature all that much. Let's start getting some humidity in the air. Right, so now we have some moss on the boulders. We do probably need a little bit more. Get up to as high as we need to, though not higher. That would be 15 degrees C. No exaggerations then. That don't work. Give me a neat number. That's fine. Solar amplifier. It is cheaper. But it doesn't count. Oh no, there it goes. Butterflies, that will help. Get me some schmetterlings. There's no way for me to get any real power over this direction, I think. I mean, there is this one. Getting close now to the magic number. There we go. Now we can get other stuff going. Once again, we get access to monorail, we can build trees again. The biodome we can't do because it's now currently too humid. And a radial excavator, I don't know if I've ever really used them. But it gives us a means of building high ground, so we may use that. And the igneous heatsink will allow us to create rocks, which we need a lot of. And then we can get some algae greenhouses that we then need to move into the sea. But first things first, we need to get the humidity high enough that it starts snowing again. Right? We need to get the filth down a little further to make that happen, and then we need to get it stopped. But first, I'd like the ivy overgrowth first, so let's get some more moisture in the air. How to do that though? Can't really get another cloud seeder near here. That doesn't give me anything. I don't think any of these options give me a means of creating more ore. Right, there we go. That's all. That's all I needed. And now to just get rid of some more toxicity. Alright, that'll do. Now we just need to get the temperature down. That doesn't yield me enough. Let's find some more irrigating places. Need a little bit of a little bit more room to build all that stuff. So, flash freezer. Where would it be most effective? Nice and fresh snow. I don't have anywhere close to doing that. I mean, yeah, that will yield me some trees, but they will not grow very well. And I need to get the dehumidifier going. And that went wrong. Nuts. I overspent. All I can do is build the monorail, and that doesn't help me restart the phase. Yeah, that is my one downfall in this game, that I do tend to overspend a lot. I'm trying to get to perfect, and there's just no way to get to perfect. None of the options that I've been given are really all that useful right now. Ivy overgrowth is still something I want. We'll need to bring up the humidity. How much? I effectively turn that. Don't want to raise temperatures, really. Can't set this stuff on fire until I dehumidify it, but then I don't have enough to build anything else. Yes. Right. Let's look for places where I can get some benefits. I move any of you to a better location. Give me a couple of points. Not quite enough rocks in the area. Right, that did it. So now we just need to bring the temperature down again. Which we can partially do with the igneous heat sinks. But not entirely. Well, I'm going to have to be part of the plan at least, because I have no other means of getting rocks to be moved. Will take a while to get stuff done, but eventually. Let's see, how far can I move you? Not that far, because you need power. Power I don't have ready access to. Now I should be able to move you further up. Any chance I can do this? Doesn't yield me enough, but for it to be worth the while. I think we're slowly getting somewhere. That doesn't work. Yeah, alright, fine. Let's retry. Jeez. Yeah, it's partially why we need to get to the second phase as quickly as possible, because I need the monorail. And it has drawn me a completely different map. I'm fine with that. Can't quite get both of them. Let's see if we can make the most of this. This is an entirely spot that I probably will not be able to do much about. It's gonna be an... Let's get some points on the board. Now it's gone. Good. See if I can build up the biggest supply of marine points I can get before we move on to the next phase. Want to be anywhere close to enough, I fear. Sorry if I'm not being all that talkative. Trying to do mental math is not generally the most interesting gameplay, but probably still more compelling than watching me trying to figure out Terra Invicta. That game might be good once it comes out. Not much of the ocean I can clean up. Bit of an issue. We might be able to get there over land, but man, give me the 100%. Potentially. Problem is the excavator is very expensive. I'm sort of reluctant to do that. Let's get some igneous heat sinks set up so we can start getting the rocks going. Neat. We just barely went underneath on the temperature. Enough to get icebergs. That's fine. probably still want to get stuff going. Temperature needs to be higher. And generally, trees probably burn quite well. So, can I dehumidify? Helps if I connect these properly. I don't want to turn the entire area into ash. But that might be too much. How to do this? Oh, I can move this. It's a little bit too late now, but I suppose I could have made a... I might still be able to do that. There is still some fumaroles over here. The humidity is good for this. Yeah, let's do that. That's actually... gonna give us some good prospects. And we can set it on fire. Alright, that should give us enough room for trees. You can then burn. Alright, so that's the trees. Like the rest needs to be smaller than that number, so to bring temperature down again. Any place that will give me the biggest drop. Perhaps we should do the humidity first. Fun guys in the forest. Why is there no rock here? Well, there is rock, but it doesn't allow me because it's probably out of range. Annoying. I do want the ivy. It's just... I'm thinking of ways to get humidity up again. Going to break the bank. Most of this stuff is not going to give me any humidity. Well, regardless of that, we need to keep moving that. Where is it? The thingy. Did we burn it? I think we burned it. Well, we need to keep turning all this lava into rock. Get the moss on the boulders. Moving this thing along. While still connecting everything. That's also... Can I get a good irrigation here? Bring the temperature down anytime we like, but we do need the ivy. Let's make sure we don't drop it too low. Need to move you so that we get more lava flows. That's not generating more lava flows. Fine. Take that. We have some lichen, but we need more. Should have much better position to get the lichen. But we do need to connect up the networks. We can get the lichen moved into the sea. Let's move about toxic scrubbers. Oh, this is partially frustrating because I know there's power poles in the game, but they don't give them to you. No point if it doesn't give me bonus points. I move... I did drop it. Yeah, I could blow this up. Let's do about... Right now I'm just looking to recycle as much of my old gear as I can. Not gonna get ideal situation. Best thing really is just to get the toxicity below that number. Somehow. Then bring the temperature down. That's toxicity level. Now, that would be the ideal time to get the temperature below 0. Only I had enough points. You can't do anything because the humidity is too high. Get some more kelp forest in. What is the best situation with a flashed freezer? And just work it so that it will freeze that moss up. And it will still melt because the temperature is too high. You want a good drop? Get it over there. I think that'll do it. Oh, come on. Really? So close. Snowfall begins. Yay! That should clean up the rest. Hopefully give us enough points. Especially once we hit pelagic fish and aurora. Alright, so to do this though. Range. Snowfall is very slow though. So. Right, that's all the points we really needed. And there's the Aurora. Just need a little bit more lichen. Let's start pulling some moisture from the air. Low. Just want it low enough that this will grow. Get a monorail link up there. Yes. Oh, I don't need to freeze it. Just need to bring down the humidity. Wait for another snowfall in order to bring back the greenery. Humidity is good. Temperature is a little low for the forest. Fine. I don't want it to thaw. Where did I put my freezer? Yes, I can move this, but it's lined. It's not very nice game. Let's just... no, not that one. Flash, freeze, more stuff. Right, kelp forest is done. That's too much. We might not have enough rocks. Burn some forest. Hmm. No, that doesn't work. We have one more fissure over here. May as well blow it. Hopefully generate enough rocks that way. And that does it. Yeah, apparently snow can freeze lava lakes. Who knew? Alright, let's get the animals. Needs more lichen and no. There we owl. The Arctic fox. Something that swims in the ocean. Sufficiently not cold enough? Guess it's not cold enough yet for that one. Well, where did I keep forgetting where I put my freezers. Let's start cleaning up a bit because this is a bit too much of a mess. There it is. Still not low enough. We can't go lower than 10 degrees. There we go. Narwhals. Right. Penguins need to be on ice. And but you need to be next to ocean, on snow, near elk. We need to move the snow machine over here. I can get more snowy surfaces for the snow bears. You're talking about you are in range of snow. Think it's not enough snow? Except for the rail connection. There'll be other places where I can summon some elk. Finally, we have the polar bear. Alright. Now we can clean the place up. Hopefully. Save that for the last then. Uh, yeah, that's that, I think. Oh, right. Hope we pick that one up. Alright, that should do it. Vamonos. We leave the beautiful Arctic behind, and especially with the aurora dancing overhead, it's quite lovely. But also not a place I'd really want to be. One more environment to go. The flooded city. Right, so we need to dredge the ocean floor to create land and turn all this drowned housing into something where things can actually live. We also get a drone to help us with recovery and all that. Because we need to recycle these big structures. We may as well get that started to that, because they serve no other purpose than just the material for us to use. Alright, so we can't dredge everywhere, we need to pick where we fill in. Let's start over there. Then we can use the fill open roofs to move dredged material into particular places. In order to create land. Now, there's 3 locations of dirt in one of these dredges. So, something to keep in mind. But of course, the more sand we dig up, the more unstable this entire region becomes. We want to be a little bit wary of that. And once the dredger has served its purpose, it can be recycled. behind a deep spot where we can put in one of these tidal turbines. We can use to clean up the nearby ocean and land. We can reach. So let us also get over here. Now the game is being a little bit cheeky here in that you think you don't want instability. That's actually not entirely true. Just that the reason why you want the instability is, well, kind of hidden. Let's reclaim that. A tidal turbine for us to use. I'm also being a little bit careful in where I place my dredges at the moment, because I know that I need to keep certain areas flooded in order for them to be useful later. Again, you don't really find out until you're well beyond. At least we're given a decent enough start. And I also have seismic detonators if I want to open up areas. For now, oh, I don't see that there is a need for that. Let's start scrubbing some more toxins away. We can't dredge everywhere because there's an ocean over here. So has to explain why there is even a dredged area or a area that's underwater. Make sure we are connected. Dredging. And of course, greenify. The ocean is deep enough that I can put tidal turbines over there, but let's not overextend ourselves too much. Can't move this, but I can reclaim it. Good. Still have access to the ocean. Gotta keep dredging. Action. So that we have two monorail connections. We totally run out of supply again. Keep dredging. Filling in the ocean. Perhaps partially in my Dutch nature to always want to be building seawalls. Also, reclaim all this. That's no longer necessary. Can't reach. That is unfortunate. I have to blow a hole in there. now we can reach. We should probably also get a little bit of humidity going. We can get some wildflowers, help speed up the recovery. Also need to get it, well, let's get it humid first and then we'll worry about the other stuff. Don't have a good place. Start moving about the various structures to be more efficient. But I need a connection. Again, it's important not to overbuild. Like, I'm generally trying to get myself to stop doing. You could do with a little bit more dredging over there. That node is no longer connected. So close. Not good enough. I don't have enough. Can I move the humidifiers? be more effective. $61. Right, that gives me a little bit more breathing room. Now we just need to make it warmer, I guess. Or I just need to keep digging. Well, I would keep digging, but I need... need space for it. Dang it. Right, retry. Too eager. Right. Reclaim skyscrapers. Early capital. Find some good places to put the dredges. The monorail network started. now move this over there? Can. And toxin scrubbers don't care. Good. I could probably move them over here. See how lean we can be. Clean as much of the ocean as we can. Cycle. You get over there. Indulge in a few more excesses. Cleaning up the ocean is always good. It's get some greenery in here. Still plenty to dredge. That's not it. Getting the warning signs, definitely time to start greening the place up again. Just need to get humidity up. May as well. Three in one, so we now just need to get the temperature up. That will also benefit the overall growth of my stuff. Bit tricky sometimes to get a feel for where the you're supposed to hit when you place something on a building. The hitbox just feels a little bit off. That brings us above a 15. Do want the ivy overgrowth. And let's... Where else can I move my turbine? I'm not forgetting about the radiation, but we have not reached that point yet. Not to worry, I'm thinking about it, but I'm just also trying to figure out if I've got everything set up correctly. We probably need to dredge a little bit more. Need to make sure that the waterways are properly dealt with. I still reach this. Not at the moment. Not gonna fuss too much about that then. There's a hole here. Spinning there. I get anywhere closer. Let's see if we can get to 100% greenish. We're getting close-ish. Need a good location for my turbines to clean up. Come on. 40 will do. Getting ideals. That's good. %10 more. We can do this. 55. Need to get you close enough. It's not gonna be close enough. Right, fine, we'll just do with what we have. 61? 61 I'll take. %7. Where can I squeeze out 7%? Gotta be another place where I can put you of use. Almost there. There we go. Onwards to the next one. And because we have destabilized the region a little bit, should be expecting shenanigans. We also now get the pylons finally. I don't have to worry too much about where I place my turbines. But still. Alright, let's get going. Get some bamboo forests growing. Like to... We don't need both of you in the same location. Let's get you over here. We can move all my stuff about a little bit more easily. And be a little bit more capable. Indeed, building additional pylon. And there goes the stability. Oh no, what happens? No reason this city was abandoned. Someone stored their nuclear waste there. Oh no! Alright, so now we have a new goal. Get rid of the radiation CPM. I don't know, parts per million or something? Parts per minute? I'm not sure how you measure radiation, but anyways, that doesn't matter. We need to build these things to suck up radiation so we can extend our connectors. Come on. Come on, here. Anything covered in radiation we cannot clean, so it is sort of vital that we do this properly. And then we let's put one of these video cages on top of the radiation dumps. We get a sunflower field. Ain't that brilliant? Pounds per minute? Alright. Thanks, Elsie. Alright. I mean, if you'd said chocolates per mouthful, I would have believed you, but tensions. Practically no radiation over there. Let's get rid of you. And also start building some of these classic purifiers. Yeah, possibly. Although I've never really dug into the lore behind Plants vs. Zombies. It is nice that the ground underneath the radiation does get turned into something I can actually use. I'd be running a little low. Tough. Get another power plant over on this side. Your cage. So we need to bring the temperature down briefly to get the kelp forest, then up again to get the rain. Build this here. Where is the leaning device? Bamboo nursery in place. Very good. So now to crack this one. How do I get close enough? Have anywhere where I can get the turbine closer. Shouldn't need to either. A little bit worried about overbuilding these things. Move it, right? Not move these ones. We should be able to build on top of this if we can just get it connected. That doesn't help. Yeah, that won't help either. Of this stuff going. Give us a little bit of extra room. Why not do this? I don't have a rock hopper or anything. There we go. Alright, so now we can just focus on all the other stuff. And let's bring the temperature down. Temperature wise, all fine. Move you. Right. That's the kelp forests. And now to heat things up. Off. And there's the ring. Now we just need to make sure that we have enough of everything. And for that, I need a few more toxin scrubbers. Right, so now we just need to fill in the lagoons. There we go. Alright, animals, and the final part of the game. First off, we give our little drone wings. And we build a rocket silo. And set up a satellite uplink, which launches a satellite roadblocks attached to that balloon that will collect the necessary seed information that we need. And let's start building parts of the rocket. Right, so first, a turtle, a peacock, and another bear for my beary friend. If I can find a place to put it. A panda. The eagle wants to be near its prey, the prey being boars. And they need forest and fields. We can also get the eagles. And finally, need to find some kelp forest. We are in range of the ocean. What are you talking about? The otters. Or a particular otter friend. Well, I consider him a friend, but only in the most platonic way possible. Alright, let's start collecting all our stuff. We are leaving! Let's start creating the satellite uplinks. Luckily, we no longer have to be worried about anything being connected to the monorail network. Just needs to be in range of it so that we can summon it back. And we just destroyed the uplink, didn't we? Well, it does need power, so... let's get all the rockets in there. The rocket bits, because there's 9 bits. All the comms arrays. Rid of all these little items. Life support, also important. And finally comms array D. Now, let's go to the seed vault uplink. And we'll start with the river valley. So basically we just have to hover over an area And we can just keep tapping as much as we want in a particular area if we want. Like that. We just need to find some Finboss. Right, moving on to the desolate island. And a mangrove. Onto the volcanic glacier. Find some lichen. We lichen some lichen. And then we just need the kelp forest. And finally the flooded city. Where you do the deciduous trees, or as I've often heard it called, the delicious trees. Because the reading is hard. And finally some sunflowers. This will do. Just tap it a couple of times. And call the satellites. Of course, it has to fall all the way out there. Right. Those going on the rockets. Right, I don't think we missed anything else. We'll just wait till the drone gets all done. Let's speed it up. Surprisingly, there's still a little bit of radiation on the map. I don't see any, but also still a little bit of dirt, but nature can take care of that themselves. Oop, we got a piece. Alright. That's all. Blast off. I found all the animals. Look at all the animals frolicking. The terrain that we obviously did not terraform because this is not our stuff. And there goes the rocket. Yay, alright, we'll skip credits because it's, well, fun, it's not really all that interesting. World has been reclaimed indeed, but not entirely yet. Because of course there are still 4 other regions that we can still claim for ourselves. Well, 70%, I've got everything. See? All the animals. But that'll do for today. Already, oof, almost 5 o'clock. So, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all are having a nice Easter Sunday, if that's your bag. And see you all next week, when we play something else, probably. Unless there is a very dire need for me to play the alternate maps. I am, of course, willing to oblige, but do so at your own peril, because they are slightly trickier than the regular maps. Anyway, thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye.